Hello there, Adrian Tepes, Alucard YouTube channel here, and we are talking about director's cuts. Talking about films in which the director's cut helped improve on what you saw in the theatrical release, or the added content was somewhat interesting at the very minimum. So first, we're going to talk about gaming news. So, yeah, on the film side, you have Paramount set to acquire Warner Brothers to the tune of $100 billion for the acquisition. It's going to be debt, and I don't know if it looks like a deep pit for Paramount. I mean, 100 billion is around the value of what most of these major Hollywood media companies are. So, what are you going to do about that? Okay. Otherwise, we're going to take a look at some gaming news, and let's see how that is going. So I'm going to share a window with you, my audience. No. Share. All right, here we go. All right, let's take a look at Game Rant and see what happens. You know, it's funny because this isn't even original. Like, uh, the military has been featuring stuff in movies as a promotion for a long time. I do feel that certain things, certain programs being on the decline have affected recruitment. So I'll see what it has to say. I mean, I haven't watched all the Transformers movies. I have watched the earlier ones, and that definitely was a type of promotion for the military. Let me check my thing here. All right. Let me see if I hear my sound. How good my sound is for a minute. All right. Let's check. All right. That's good. Okay. Here we are. So, video combines Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 gameplay and real world manifestation. Source on the dash. Yeah. Marine military targets. Modern Warfare 3. Yeah. So this is before it actually attacked Iran. Okay, yeah, and this is somewhat similar to what I'm saying. I mean, Transformers movies. I watched the I watched the first Transformer movie. I watched the first Transformers movie, and yeah, Trump is an idiot for saying video games make people that way. No, I'd say that there's other issues going on if someone is actually violent in real life. Um, I mean, myself and plenty of other people have played games with violence in them, but and here's what I'm going to say about these video games. A lot of these video games, when you're doing violent things in Doom, you are defending yourself and others, okay? It isn't about harming people, other people that can't really fight back against you. Sorry. Really sorry about that whole idea. But this might be a little short, but otherwise, yeah. But Transformers in the movie, part of the heroes in the Transformers movie, the first one, I think it was '06 or '07. I'm trying to remember when they did live action Transformers movies. Let me take a look at this one. Transformers live action movie. Okay, 2007. That's what I was looking at. All right, 2007. DreamWorks in 2007. All right. So it was 2007. All right. And I just remember enough of it to remember that, okay, you had the regular soldiers in the film. Hi, hi, Ultra.
Howdy,
You may have saved me
howdy.
a tangent. I was
What was
talking
that?
live action Transformers movies because they're kind of a military promotion in the Transformers movie. At least the one I saw a long time ago. It was like almost 20 years ago with I believe it was directed by Michael Bay and it had I think it was Mark Wahlberg in the first Transformers. No, it wasn't. But it's how the soldiers were like almost bigger heroes than the robots than we were. But otherwise, High Guard, yeah, that didn't perform well. But we're still in the news part, the gaming news part.
Yeah, but the question stands is that why won't they come back to to Steam? I mean, since they're becoming a promotion as a military games and stuff like that, I mean, they should at least try to bring those games back into the to the Steam as a celebration or something like that. You know?
Oh, older Call of Duty. I think it would be nice having the older Call of Duties back. I mean, the
Yeah,
only
exactly.
issue that some older Call of Duties might have is they aren't made for HD graphics, which isn't always a problem. I mean, Heroes of Might and Magic, it's a problem, but you can fix that with a community edition, like I can show you right here.
Hmm.
Heroes of Might and Magic. This is just a little software. This is something someone made, and it just and the problem with Heroes of Might and Magic 3 is it's an old game from 2000, but it doesn't run in HD. But this person has a thing right here that works great. Windows users can go and just say, hey, oh, now we can patch it to run HD, even though this game was
Right.
not built for HD.
Right.
And you're not even buying the game. It shows you right here. Well, you have to go to the Ubisoft store, go to Epic Games, or go to GOG. And you legally buy Heroes of Might and Magic 3, and now you can run it HD. The original game, just fine.
Yeah, I know. I get that. I mean, it's also the same thing for Legacy of Kain, for example. I mean, they did launch a
Remasters, yeah.
remaster versions of those games that allows you to either get on Steam or GOG, and you can if you don't like the remaster graphics, from what I heard, you can switch to OG graphics, how it was back in the old days when it was first launched.
Yeah. I
And now
believe it
they're
was
launching, and now
1989. Yeah.
they launched another Legacy of Kain, Defiance.
Yeah, they remastered that too. It's
They
great.
remastered that one right now.
Yeah, they had previously done Soul Reaver, Soul Reaver 2. So, and the only thing other issue I'd have is it might be true. Let me check out GOG.com and see if they have Blood Omen. Why not? Store. Blood. Oh, yeah, I missed that. Here, I skipped it. But yeah, they have Defiance Remastered. Let's see if they have Blood Omen here. Because Blood Omen was the first one of the whole series. Blood
Normally it
Omen.
should, but I don't know if it's still available or not. Oh, look, Blood Omen. Yeah, there it is. Legacy
Blood
of
Omen
Kain, Blood
2.
Omen. But it's the OG. So these things are
Oh,
not,
yeah.
because these things are not remastered yet. These are the OG games right now.
Right. But they said, okay, this version does work on the current Windows. That's
as it should, because in case like if it crashes, just run compatibility. That's what you
right.
should all do. No matter whether you're using Windows 10, Windows 11, or the highest one, just go to compatibility. Bless you.
Yeah.
Just go to the compatibility, and from there, you're gold. You're good to go.
Yeah. I mean, I have the CD for Blood Omen for PC, Windows, the one for Windows. It just does. It won't work anymore because what's on the CD only is meant for. No,
It's only meant for
even
the older Windows back
Windows 95, 98. That's it.
Yeah. And since we're using the modern Windows right now, I mean, come on, who's gonna go back for that, for the old one? I mean, okay, for the nostalgia, I get it. But when it comes to the impossibility to go to run compatibility like that, I mean,
Yeah.
or the best way you can play it on an emulator that it was launched at the what was it?
PlayStation. Yeah.
PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2, one of the odds.
Yeah. It ended with PlayStation 2 and Soul Reaver 2 and Defiance. But yeah, pretty much. So you're familiar with Legacy of Kain to an extent?
Well, I played the first game, Legacy of Kain, a long time, years ago on my first Windows. I think it was Home Windows or Windows XP. I don't remember which one it was back then.
Yeah.
But it was a long time ago. At first it was pretty, well, it was interesting, but also boring at the same time because it's hard to understand under your environment where you have to go, what puzzles you have to solve. Plus, not to mention the shift. I mean, how am I supposed to know that I can go through this room regularly, or I have to shift and turn it differently, and then I have to go through there. But also
Right.
going through dangerous obstacles, ghosts, vampires that stands in my way, and other stuff like that.
Hi, Chaos. How are you doing?
Yo, Chaos.
So yeah, but I was going to get to the main thing. Now, next few weeks are going to be interesting because we're going to be talking about the different versions of Force Unleashed after Curse of Darkness. So
Yeah.
it should be good. But talking about the director's cut is the release of a film, usually on home video, which contains scenes, commentary, and other content intended by the director of the film to be shown, but were not featured in the version of film released in theaters. So Seabash was nice enough to suggest Dark City, and I gave that a watch, the director's cut version. And it's really hard to get the digital original version of it.
Right.
Well, it's kind of sad. I mean, it's one of the things I don't like about streaming is that sometimes there's a certain cut that's hard to find. And what was disappointed a bit for me with some things with this is Disney Plus, but I can see any major media company doing this, is that they have edited the streaming versions of that you see on streaming services. So if you don't have the DVD or Blu-ray version of the video that wasn't edited, you don't necessarily get that cut, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get what you mean, because there's a lot of extra scenes that you may want to see, but you only get to see it either on the DVD or the Blu-ray.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'll bring up the thing because I was mentioning Daredevil director's cut. Now, it's a very niche, like cult kind of film. Um, they just wanted to make a film about the Marvel Comics character who's a blind superhero before they came with the Netflix series. And
Right. I mean, to be fair, I did saw the first movie, the Daredevil, a long time ago when it was first launched. I mean, I watched it on TV. But before I saw the movie, he was Daredevil was just like a guest character for another cartoon TV show with
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man,
yeah,
the
he's
animated
famous for
series.
being on Spider-Man. Yeah,
And plus, he was on the video game. He was also on the video game with Spider-Man 2000.
yep, I remember that.
And that's pretty much it, because like I never saw. I tried to look if there was like a TV show with Daredevil before the movie started, like it's cartoon or animated series, stuff like that. And no, there wasn't. And they just started to launch this movie. I think it was 2003 or 2004. I'm not really.
2003. The director's cut was 2004, where Ray Steven Johnson decided, hey, and it's funny because Johnson also directed the later Ghost Rider movie in 2007, starring Nicolas Cage, but another Marvel Comics character. But yeah, the director's cut of Daredevil has so many scenes that you wonder why they never showed it in the theaters, because it makes the whole film it makes a lot more sense. I mean, I'll actually get a list, but I remember most of it because I own it and I watch it occasionally. But it's mind-boggling why they didn't include so many of this in the uh, theater version. I mean, I understand cutting time, but just 15 extra minutes and making it go over 2 hours wouldn't be that bad.
No, it would not be that bad. But to be fair, like, I don't know. I mean, the movie itself was good. I mean, they should have like tried to, how should I say this?
Well,
Trying
explain
to
why the
launch, trying
police,
to
why the
launch it on the
police were coming.
theaters and everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I do. It would be cool if director's cuts actually were shown in theaters later. I would have to figure out how that arrangement actually works. There have been some limited director's cut showings, infamously being the Snyder Cut was shown in a couple of theaters, but the Snyder Cut of Justice League is what I'm talking about. But
No, God, don't remind me of that one.
no, I'm not going to remind you for long.
That's too. That movie is too long. Come on,
It's 4 hours. Yeah. So the director's cut of this one only adds about 30 minutes, but it includes a court case where a homeless man, played by Coolio, is wrongfully accused of murder. So you find out in the director's cut exactly why the police are coming after Fisk at the end. They're coming after him because of what they found out in the court case, where Wesley Welch was the one who actually did the murder. The homeless man was blamed for.
To be fair, of all the people to ask to play the role of Wilson Fisk, I mean, for the first movie, Devil, I mean, to be honest, I was not expecting him to play that role. I thought they were gonna try to find someone. I mean, I thought they were trying to find him like how he was on the animated series of Spider-Man. I mean,
I'm surprised it wasn't Vincent. I mean, Vincent D'Onofrio is in the Netflix Daredevil, and he's Born Again, and I'm surprised they didn't go ask him first. But I think Michael Clark Duncan, the guy who played in the movie, was just a little bit more better known at the time. Duncan had been in The Green Mile. He's been in Armageddon and a couple of other movies. I mentioned Armageddon because him and Ben Affleck were both in that movie, so That might have been part of it.
Don't forget that movie with the spy dog. Oh my god, he got so soft. I mean, he was like saying goodbye to his favorite dog. It's like he started to. Oh my god, how soft can you get?
Yeah. I mean, apparently Michael Clark Duncan was a pretty, what do you say, friendly person in real life.
Well, we can definitely confirm that with Charlie Sheen on that one, the blooper from 2.5 Men.
Yeah, yeah. And Dark City was another one. It's interesting because Seabash said, "Hey, this is a cool movie." I probably missed it because I was a little too young for R-rated stuff in 1998, at least in terms of not having my parent with me watching it. So I'm gonna go Dark City. I'll do the thing. I'll do the page for Dark City, anyways. So share screen, and it was pretty interesting. So I mean, Seabash is a little busy with his job today to come, but I want to say I'm going to have a thank you for Seabash in recommending this one. It was pretty interesting. I mean, as a type of horror detective film. Is a horror detective film, but it's also science fiction because there's the revelation of the case just is blowing away. I wish I could show a trailer for this without getting copyrighted.
Yeah, that would be something.
It basically starts with the guy named John Murdoch. He wakes up in a hotel bathtub. He doesn't remember what just happened, so he hears a call from a doctor who urges him to get out and escape because there are these mysterious guys coming after him. You know, it probably sounds similar to The Matrix. You know, Anderson's working in his office, or played by Keanu Reeves, is working in the office, and the guys who look like FBI agents are coming after him. FBI agents in green suits, mind you, for whatever reason.
Right.
And the main thing that the director's cut does is it does it changes who is the narrator, because this is similar to, like, say, Max Payne. He's trying to solve the mystery, and he narrates how he solved it from the future.
Yeah.
So the narration is a little bit better, and there's a couple of added scenes in the director's cut showing like how the world is that he's living in is, you know, virtual or programmed, because that's what he figures out is a type of detective story, as opposed to The Matrix, where you wake up in the real world and you find out that it's all just dark and you're living in this like ant farm. But here it takes more time, and it's funny because this is written by David Goyer, who we probably know him for writing some of these Batman movies, but Goyer also wrote Blade.
Oh, did he?
Yep, David Goyer. But some of these I know. I mean, I've seen William Hurt in a couple of movies. He's not with us anymore. I mean, obviously, this is almost 30 years old. So Jennifer Connelly, Kiefer Sutherland, Rufus Sewell. So they changed the narration, but it's treated unlike The Matrix, and it's treated like a film noir, like a detective story,
Ah, okay.
where he's trying to solve a crime, but trying to solve the crime shows that you have a much bigger, there's something much, much bigger going on than what you think. February 27th, 98. That doesn't sound like a good release time in the year. Usually December or say May through July is usually a better time for people attending theaters anyways. Pale men in trench coat called The Strangers. So, yeah. So, what are some director's cuts you think of, or you got to see?
To be fair, I never saw any director's cut on any of the movies that I watched, like with Daredevil, Star Wars, or any stuff like that. Because I never owned the original DVD or a Blu-ray like that back then.
Yeah.
So I really cannot say or suggest any what's good. I mean, to me, in my personal opinion, I mean, I saw the movie. I saw some interviews with the actors, directors who also did their how they did their job and other stuff like that, and who they were like thinking who would be the appropriate person to play this role of a hero, and they snapped and they thought, why not this guy? Like, take for example, like Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. I mean, he was the perfect actor to play that role. To be fair, because he has the accent. He has his way of knowledge of science and other stuff like that. He can play his role perfectly. So in my personal opinion, I mean that has to count for something. That has to count for something.
Certainly.
They also I saw on the YouTube an interview with the developers who created the series for what do you call it, Smallville. So I saw an interview with all the casts, the directors, who they were working on the season 2, and they were like thinking like, we need to bring somebody into the show as a guest, like trying to pass the torch, the mantle of Superman to this new boys. And who better to do that part role, even though he was immobilized and on the wheelchair, but he still did the part, he did his role. Christopher Reeves.
Yeah.
Christopher Reeves. They all said that Christopher Reeves will always, forever will be Superman. He is Superman,
right?
No matter what anybody says. And it's like bringing somebody back who started all the, not just the movies, but like how he started the show, the nostalgia, the story of himself, of the character that he played. And he said that it's time that he shows up, and he needs to like pass the torch. He needs to pass the torch to somebody who is better for this suitable role right now, because he figured that he doesn't have a lot of time. I mean, he wanted to walk. He really wanted to walk. He wanted to do these surgeries, these treatments that needed to be done, so that he can feel that he's a normal person again, that he can walk again, that he doesn't have to depend on the wheelchair and other stuff like that. Because that's why
it would be helpful to others too. I mean, it'd be helpful to others too if you could repair.
Because don't forget, he started years ago. He also started a website. On the internet for Christopher Reeves paralysis.com, something like that.
Yeah, and they had the documentation with the theatrical release for Reeve.
They have. I mean, they have everything. They have everything over there. I mean, the video is still on YouTube. Believe it or not, the video is still on YouTube with this thing. I mean, if we could show this thing without getting a copyright, that would be great, so that people would know exactly who are we.
Well, I can put the link. I can put the link to it in the description.
Okay. I mean, I can send you the link.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, because it's not a big deal, because I have it on my list.
Good.
And the person who was playing the role of Lex Luthor, now he just said that, I got one of my bucket list wish granted, that we have Christopher Reeves on the show. Now we just need to add the what's his name again, the guy who was playing Wolverine.
Hugh Jackman, yeah.
Hugh Jackman, yeah. All we need is Hugh Jackman, and all my dreams are fulfilled.
All right. So we have the stage, and I can we have our private chat, and I could just copy it straight to the comments, and we can give the audience, let the audience see it.
So
It's that easy.
I'll DM the link towards you. I'll DM
All
it to
right.
you on Discord.
Sure. And it's funny you mentioned Christopher Reeve, because there was also the Donner cut, which is how Richard Donner wanted Superman 2 to be shown.
Right.
Richard Donner, which is funny, this Warner Brothers movies, because it always seems like you have this more than once. You have a director who leaves and gets replaced like partway through the film, and that happened with Richard Donner with Superman 2. He left partway through. Richard Lester took over, and Richard Donner finally did a release on home video in 2006 for the Donner cut, which he said, "This is how I wanted my Superman 2 to be done." So
exactly. I just send you the link so that
right
we'll all see, they will all see what I was talking about. And like I said, this documentation that they were working on the series, they were doing their best, in my personal opinion. I mean, in my honest opinion, Smallville was a success. I mean, the longest season, I get that, but still a great success in my personal opinion. I really enjoyed Smallville.
Yeah. Yeah, it was nice they got a cameo of him. So I'm going to get that copied here. So, but the Donner cut was all right. It's where you get all these memes of people saying, of people showing Superman blowing up his Fortress of Solitude. That was from the Donner cut in 2006.
You should see they should see how on Smallville was with the fortress. I mean, he had to collect three gems, three stones, and then combine them into one giant diamond. And then he has to be like somewhere in Antarctica, North Pole, or something like that. Throw the gem, and then boom, the Fortress of Solitude has been created. Like, really? That's how you create the fortress?
All right, I've got it. I'll share it with the chat I'll share it in the comments here. Thank you.
Yeah, sure, no problem. I mean, like I said, this was one of my favorites. This was one of my favorite documents right there, because documents, the interview over there. I mean, they show what they were doing, and Christopher Reeve's like, they invited him to see what they were doing, what they're trying to complete here, like that, and they said, I kind of like what they're doing. I think, and they were also talking like the young boy. A long time, because before Christopher Reeves came into the show, to the movie, right? There was a young boy. There was a young boy at the beginning. His name was Tom. I forgot.
Tom Welling, or no?
I don't know.
Tom Welling was the star of Smallville.
But that's not him. Let me see. Superman. Casts. Superman. Oh, there we go. Cast.
Yeah.
Clark Kent, Christopher Reeve. Jeff East. Jeff East was his name.
Okay.
Jeff East was his name. Yeah. So the young boy, there was a young boy who goes by the name of Jeff. He started first the role as a supposed normal kid, and then when he made this discovery of what he became and stuff like that, then afterwards Christopher Reeves took over as the adult version of Clark Kent.
Got it. Yeah, because it was a different actor when he's a teenager. That's true.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yes, that was interesting. I also one of the famous cases of a director's cut is Terminator 2 because they add in the actor who was Kyle Reese in the first Terminator movie because in the first Terminator it was just one Terminator and a human who was fighting against the Terminator named Kyle Reese who also ends up becoming the father of John Connor, the character you hear so much about. That's his father. So they put a dream about they put Kyle and Sarah's dream in Terminator 2 the director's cut, and they also had the different ending where Judgment Day never happened, and Kyle Reese is just walking down the street because he never grew up in that post-nuclear world. He lived a regular life as Kyle. So Michael Biehn, who played Kyle Reese, was in the director's cut. He wasn't in the original version of Terminator 2 at all. I mean, in the park, he's just walking by, just wondering as if nothing ever happened.
And of course, the person who was playing the role of Zod, I'm pretty sure
Terrence Stamp, yeah.
Terrence Stamp.
He had a voice role in Smallville.
He had a voice role on Smallville as Jor-El.
Yeah, yeah.
Which, by my personal opinion, I think Mr. Terrence, he did a good job, in my personal opinion, to play that role.
Yeah, Terrence was in a number of things that I remember. He was in Star Wars. Well, one of the Star Wars movies as the Chancellor, who gets.
Yes, he was the man who played as Chancellor Valorum.
Oh, that's it. Yes, and Palpatine was the one who got elected after he got recalled.
Yeah, but you know him with his persuasive methods.
Yes.
Coming to politics.
It's all right. This is just the cat.
I know. I saw. You're not the first one who has
yes.
the kitty over there.
Well, it's a special kind of cat. Cats with like hers are almost all female. Like if you have a cat with the orange and the black and white on her, like this one does, they're almost all female. It's calico breed, anyways.
Kind of hard to tell what the difference in their species, which is male and which is female, to be fair. But yeah. So yeah, I mean, like I said, in personal opinion, Terrence did a good job as the voice actor who played his role. Even though there was another man. Actually, I just remember that there was another person who also played the role of Superman. He had a different show. It was called Lois and Clark Adventures.
All right, you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, let me change this.
Something.
All right.
Yeah,
all right.
I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
All right. Sorry. Something went no, it's fine. It's nothing on your side. It's mine. My headset went bad, so I'm just using the default microphones on my PC here.
Right. So yeah, like I was saying, there was another show who also played the role of Superman. I'm pretty sure you remember Dean Cain.
All right. So sorry about the audio loss. That was my side. Anyways, it's interesting. I'll go to a preview of what's coming up. Here, sit with me for a little bit.
Okay, so the next topic
Okay.
coming soon is going to be whatever happened with Castlevania,
All right.
Dracula's Curse, or no,
Here.
Curse.
What's wrong with your? Anyways, I'll go through some of these things here.
Yeah, let's go.
Curse of Darkness, Force Unleashed, and Lords of Shadow. Huh?
No, we're gonna talk
So
Lords
those
of
are
Shadow.
the three
Boom,
ones that
boom,
are.
boom. We need to talk about that one as well.
I'm not hearing you quite well here. Sound. All right. I think I should be able to hear you now.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
But yeah, this is what's coming up next week.
Yeah.
So, for whatever reason, I'm not hearing you right in the studio, but I can hear you on the live stream from YouTube. So, it's really weird.
Oh, it's weird. Maybe I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'll leave and come back.
Okay, sure. We'll just look at coming attractions.
All right, can you hear me now?
Oh yes.
Okay, that's good. All right. So yeah, we were talking. I was saying about the Lois and Clark, the new adventure of Superman, the caster who were playing again as Clark Kent and Superman, Dean Cain. He also did a good job on his role as well.
Yeah, he did.
It was a really fun show. Too bad only 4 seasons though. It looked like that they wanted to add more, but they didn't.
Yeah, they did. They just didn't keep the audience up.
Yeah, that's true. That's a shame, but still a fun show. It was still a fun show though. And we had 2 actors who played the role of Jimmy also. We have Michael Landers, and then after the first season, after the first season was done, and they began with the second one in the first, they brought a new cast for Jimmy Olsen, and his name was Justin Whalen.
Yeah, he was in the Dungeons and Dragons movie actually.
Yes, he was.
So yeah, that's the other thing I remember him for. So yes, for those who don't know, there was a Dungeons and Dragons movie back in 2000.
But this guy Lane Davis, who played the role as Tempest, I'm sorry, but this guy got what was coming to him. For hating Superman, he deserved it.
Wow.
Why? I mean, dude, you hate Superman, you get locked up for good.
But this is a short one. Just the audience, in the comments either during or even after, just comment on some of your favorite director's cuts. We'd love to hear it, and we would love to check it out in the comment section later. But this is a little preview of what is coming. So, Curse of Darkness next week, Force Unleashed the week after that, then Lords of Shadow will be in how we start off the month of April.
Which everything has different roles. I mean, the Curse of Darkness, I never played it, but I would love to talk about that one. The Force Unleashed, we have a lot of topics that needs to be talked about because there has some major differences in the games themselves because there are 2 different versions of the gameplay styles.
Yeah, so there were
there are many versions. I have the Nintendo Wii version of it, and I used to have the mobile phone version. But the thing that sucks about mobile phone games is that the mobile phone games become obsolete.
I never touched the mobile version. I'll be honest.
I've had mobile phone games that have become obsolete. I had Civilization. I have the mobile version of Max Payne, which only works on the older phone that I don't use as a phone anymore, because the newer operating systems for Google or Apple, regardless of what you say, don't run it.
Don't run it. Yeah.
Yes.
And also don't forget like I also had this game. I had for the PlayStation 2. I have for the PlayStation 3 and PC. And there's two versions of Star Wars: The Force Unleashed 2. One that we know from the PC and PlayStation 3 and Xbox,
Right.
and there's another version of gameplay style for the Wii Nintendo.
I believe it.
I saw there's a different game style on that one, and believe it or not, remember the Dagobah cutscene on the Star Wars: The Force Unleashed 2, which you don't do really much. You just like wandering around, and then cutscene starts where you meet Master Yoda and all that. Well, on the Wii U, not only that you just meet Master Yoda, but you actually play inside the cave. You actually are doing the training.
Really?
Really? No joke, no shit, no nothing. It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. Who posted a few videos by parts and he was playing on the Wii Nintendo. I mean, I was like asking, okay, so is this gameplay style is going to be also available on PlayStation 2? And no, they didn't bother make that game available for PlayStation 2. They only made two versions of different gameplays. PC, Xbox, PlayStation 3, which these three are all the same. Wii has a different mechanic.
Right.
And plus, not to mention the nunchucks.
Right, yeah. And Wii also has a different thing. So when you go into the archive, and we'll show this more, because there are a couple of boss battles that only are in the Wii version. And there are some that are left out of the Wii version, but you have it in the PlayStation or Xbox version.
But you have on your PlayStation or the Xbox, exactly. And also, another downside about Star Wars: The Force Unleashed 2, there's the DLC content. That DLC, the Battle of Endor, it's only available on consoles, PlayStation 3 and Xbox. They never imported to PC at all.
But the thing I'm going to say, going to Curse of Darkness, is that I wish if Konami should do a 3D remastered, and they have comic books that were released with the 3D Castlevania games. There's the almost completely lost Lament of Innocence, and Curse of Darkness had some of these mangas, but having a digital release with the collection would be great. I mean, they did it with Metal Gear, where they had supplemental comic books for Metal Gear that were released with the games that they have in the remaster collection. So hopefully Konami does what they do with Metal Gear, and they just release the supplementals with it too.
I'm not sure what they're going to do. I mean, they already did 3 versions of Castlevania collections. They did with Contra. And now they did with the Metal Gear. I mean, I'm not sure what they're going to do as for the 3D version these things, but what I wish that they should import is like not just this game, but I would like to see the games from the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 collections, because I never touched those games in my life.
Oh yeah, those are the 3D ones, and then a 3D collection could include Castlevania 64, and that's what I feel like doing is doing another episode, because Albeleo and I did that last year where we talked about, okay, what could a Castlevania 3D collection be like, and I feel like this year we could update that and just take a look at it.
Yeah, I totally agree. I really agree on this perspective. But like I said, that's going to be another topic discussion. As for Lords of Shadows, I mean, there's only we got a lot of topics to talk about on that one as well, but unfortunately, I don't know if Konami or whoever was in charge back then would ever go back to the Lords of Shadows and try to create a new Lords of Shadow game.
Yeah. But this is just how Castlevania Curse of Darkness was. So this is it's the opening one. It's a prologue for the actual game. But this is the opening one. It's mostly black and white, but this is the color panels I'm showing right here. And I do think one thing that could be done with podcast episode is showing, like comic book, because there's plenty of places where you can show it. Some use alchemy, demonic alchemy. It was said some use powerful source. So we'll talk about more of this when it's actually Curse of Darkness. But that was just a little preview right there.
That was just a little sneak preview over there. So yeah, I agree.
But otherwise, same time next week, same channel. It should be pretty good. And I'll save some clips from this like I have with previous episodes so that people can see our highlights and view those even if they don't, and maybe consider seeing the next episode. So
I mean, they should everyone who is watching this show, I mean, it's really fun, it's awesome. We are just here to have fun, discuss some of the good topics of games, movies, and famous actors who played on their parts and stuff like that. I mean, okay, maybe we cannot show them, but but I doubt somewhere in the future that there will be a free copyrights and stuff like that. But I don't know.
I'd prefer you could say, okay, look, this is what we're showing in the live stream. We give a citation. We cited this. This is our source. This is what you're watching.
This is our source. This is our source, and this is our knowledge, and this is what we like to do.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, it's fun. It's for the fun of it. I mean, and if you guys in the chat have some suggestions, topics, stuff like that to say, we're willing to hear.
You are.
So that's a good thing. And even like, I don't know, maybe someday when we are coming to these topic discussions of these games that we are talking. I mean, for Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, for example, I mean, I could show you guys my gameplays directly.
Yeah, you could. I mean, I could just share screen and we'd watch your gameplay of Force Unleashed right here.
I don't see why not.
We're going to do that.
I don't see why not. I am willing to do it.
So just send me a message on where to find the gameplay, and we could watch yours as part of the comparison here. Because I've got Nintendo Wii. You've got which one is it? PlayStation or Xbox? Yeah.
For what? For the first one?
Yeah, Force Unleashed.
I played on the PC, but I used the Xbox controller, so it shows you guys the buttons from the Xbox.
All right.
To be fair, in honest opinion, it's this game, the Force Unleashed. It's way much easier to play with the Xbox controller because it's easy to manifest, easy to control your character, and what buttons you need to push. On the keyboard, you got maximum buttons that you need to keep an eye on. Which is where's the E button? Where's space? Where's the
right? Yeah, so it'll be nice. We'll be showing our footage. Anyways.
I mean, I can, like I said, I can show you guys mine, so that would be much easier like that. In fact, I got one. when we reach to Star Wars, The Force Unleashed, I want to show you guys one boss fight that I did blindfolded. Seriously, no gimmicks, no nothing. I just blindfolded my eyes. You guys, you'll laugh. You'll laugh.
All right, I want to see that.
You'll laugh, but you'll love it.
I'm laughing with you. So everyone, for those of you, if you see this, we'll be here next week, same time, same channel, and see you later. Have a good day.
Peace out, everybody.